Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. How about the two Bosa brothers, by the way? Both defensive players of the week in Week 8 for their respective conferences. Joey had 2 sacks, 4 tackles for loss in a win over the Bears. Nick had 3 sacks and a pick in a win over Carolina. They'll run it. Freeman. And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman. 68 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here
Line
we go.
of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And right away, whistles and a flag down. And I believe we'll start the night with a 1st and 15.
Let's go, boys, let's go. Here we go.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
65, 65.
There's the part now. Mike Farley.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, get in the weight room. Mike's 59.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line. Come to my work.
The Sanders has got it complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida, and he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, here's Breida. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down and 4, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Throwing now is Garoppolo. On the screen, this is Coleman. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
1, Omaha. Hey, Zoo. 59, 59. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. I got you. You ain't going nowhere.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's our time. It's our time. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Check.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 11 yards there, first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. A tackle that time by Akala Witherspoon.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Black 25. Check. Watch the before. All right, G, let's go.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Down, ready, 280. 54 times. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, one set.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, alert!
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. This is Coleman with a grab. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the 2nd half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the 2nd half gets underway.
Come on now, let's go. Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Go!
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. This one complete to Coleman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the 2nd half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
Hey, Will. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike, hey, gun. You're not ready. Everyone, 37's the mic. Mike, 37. Let's go, D.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Got him in. He finds Sanders. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. And somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
3rd and 12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a 2nd half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about
Devontae Freeman. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
He takes this for 3 to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
I got this. Mike 37. So we got man. There we go. 37's the Mike. Mike Hunt.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
37's the Mike 37.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 33. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Here we go.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. It's caught by Sanders. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st down, it's Coleman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. From the 22, Garoppolo. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, here we go. Wait, Eddie! Watch the screen, watch the screen.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Let's go, Heavy. I know what you got. What you got, Heavy? Hey, Charlie. Give me something.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
80 weapon. Slam, slam, slam. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Let him go.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, South. Play. Mike's by 4, Mike. Got. Mike's by 4. Wild Bill.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Devontae Freeman, his shiftiness doesn't pay off here in short yardage. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And this one wasn't easy. You had an East Coast team, Charles, going west, playing a night game, but somehow they were able to get the job done.
Yeah, when you talk about playing a night game, they're closer to being sleepy because of East Coast time with their bodies when you're kicking off to play the game. So that's a real big accomplishment for them to get that done. The flip side, too, is traveling home In the old days, you had to wait to get the video for your next game. You had all those, so you were really a day behind. Now the video's on their computers as they get on the plane to head back, so they can get a lot of work done on the plane while they celebrate.
It's going to be a long red eye, but as you said, a celebratory red eye back home. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.